Know that weight is mostly diet and how your body processes a diet. So yeah, you could definitely lose weight from exercise. I mean, you could lose weight from getting gastric bypass. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of ways you could lose weight. There's no um, denying that, right? But the point I want to make is that whatever you do to lose weight, you still got to keep the weight off, right? So at the end of the day, it's either you're going to keep doing the extreme thing that you did or you're going to address the diet. And you have to address the diet to the point where you stick and adhere to that diet. I would say 80% of the time, but you really have to lean towards 90, you know. And the only way, I can't say it's the only way, but the way I think it has to be done is through no cheating. You know, you have to make a plan where you don't have to cheat. You have things built in and in a controlled way. Therefore, you never binge, you never overeat. I shouldn't say never overeat. You're gonna overeat. It's gonna happen, but it never gets out of control, right? I've been throughout my weight loss journey, I have reached a point where I lost weight and I was like, oh shit, I actually did it, right? But I always knew I never truly addressed my diet. It's not like I don't know what diet I should do or what diet I would want to do, but to do a diet where you can consistently do it, you know, where to the point it's almost effortless. It's like creating that perfect diet that works for you, right? And when I say diet, I'm not talking keto or paleo or whatever. I'm not talking that. Because to me, that's kind of like, um, I, I think most people can't sustain such a diet, right? I'll say 95% of people probably can't sustain such a diet. So when I talk about diet, I'm just talking about eating choices in general, right? So one of the things I'm trying to do in this year, 2024, is not eat any more takeout, carry out, delivery, drive through, fast food at all. Also eliminate things like, oh, let me go to 7-Eleven and get something from there. Because one thing I noticed about like 7-Eleven, for example, and it could be any store just like 7-Eleven or a gas station or whatever, only maybe 1% of the things in there is healthy, you know? So most of the stuff in there is a snack. Most of the stuff in there is a snack. They definitely have like sandwiches and stuff, which are considered a meal. But most of the stuff in there is a snack, right? And snacking, if you actually eliminate snacking from your life, you'll notice that it's absolutely unnecessary. It's just like a behavior, you know, and for the most part, it's a choice to the point that when you do snack, if you stop snacking it, period, when you do snack, it'll be because it's like you have to. Like you're low on energy and you're snacking to see if this will give you a short boost of energy you need to finish whatever you're trying to do, right? But for the most part, snacking just makes me feel heavy and want to sleep you know? I can only think of one or put it like this. Anytime I can think of snacking that when it actually helped me, it was like I was on a long hike and I took like a break in the middle of it to eat. And whatever I ate, whether it was nuts or I don't know, granola, that gave me some energy. You feel me? So, diet. You know, this year I have to address that elephant, you know, the diet, because I can say solidly I know how to lose weight and I can lose weight at will. If I say in this next week I want to lose 20 pounds, I know exactly how to do it, you know. But then what happens afterward, right? So I won't say I'm not chasing quick weight loss anymore. I won't say that. But what I would say is that I've taken a lot of losses in the past year because I was testing something, you know, subconsciously, like, is it possible for me to eat the foods I used to eat that I pretty much don't need to be eating? the foods that I used to eat and maintain whatever weight I was at. If for me, I've learned it's impossible. And it's impossible in the sense is that eventually I will fail. And when I fail, ooh, the fall is mighty, you know, and you got to do everything all over again. So it's not worth it. Therefore, I'm just going to look at it like it's impossible because eventually it's going to kick me in the ass, you know. So I've been writing and I wrote all the foods and the food choices that I'm going to eliminate or they've already been eliminated, right? And it's crazy to say it, and I think the best way is to not look at it like it. But just between me and you, it's for life. But I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna say for now, right? But really, I don't ever plan on going back because it's just like smoking, right? I stopped smoking in 2020, right? I used to smoke cigars. I mean, I used to chain smoke cigars, and I mean expensive, the best cigars, okay? If I tell you how much I used to smoke in a week, you'd be like, how are you still living? But I used to smoke cigars. And there used to be a time when I said, oh, I'm just going to smoke on holidays. Oh, I'm just going to smoke on weekends. It never worked. You know, it never worked because what happens is you'd be like, one last one, one last one. Okay, the holiday was yesterday, but let me just have an encore. And it never works because eventually I pick up the old habit fully again. And maybe it'll even be worse the next time. So I'm looking at it like, for me, I can only speak for me. This is an addiction. You know, I do have an addiction to tasty food. Food in general, though, because it's not even just tasty food. I could binge anything, you know. And once I start, it's hard to get off of it. So I'm trying to put together the do's and don'ts for myself as far as what I can eat anytime and what I can't. And when I say what I can eat anytime, it's not like I'm just gonna be eating all the time. It means like foods that I eat that I won't even be craving pretty much, you know? I won't be craving it because it's not it's not like oh it has a high amount of sugar, it has a high amount of fat. It's just like food, just like normal food, you know, like turkey breast, you know what I'm saying? Chicken breast, you know, salmon fillet, you know, just like those foods I could definitely overeat them and I have before, but it's not something that will last a month or it'd be like a couple of days or at worst like a week, you know what I'm saying? Because I get tired of it. So for me, in my situation, I've learned that I gotta basically eat just to survive. I can't be a foodie. I can't be an Epicurean because it's too sweet for me. It's too sweet for me. There's nothing I can do about it, you know. I think I've enjoyed enough of that life. the I won't say I've had the finest wines, but I had fine wine. I've had fine liquor. I've had fine smoke. I've had fine food, all that shit. And it's been detrimental. There's no real highlights from it. You know, like I can remember the taste, I can remember the vibe, but I can't remember like it being part of the success. Only a toast to me already reaching the level of success I was trying to reach, you know. So part of what I'm going through this year or the past year is like, okay, if you used to celebrate with food, how do you celebrate without food? Like realistically, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna all right, what do you do? Normally it's like a birthday. Everyone want to celebrate your birthday. It's like let's have a cake. Let's have a celebratory dinner. And I can still go and just not eat the stuff, right? Eat most of the stuff, but then it kills the excitement to even do it in the first place, you know? So if someone's like, hey man, let's go out and eat or let's do this, it's kind of like, Nah, I'm good because it's nothing I'm gonna get from that experience other than seeing the person. I haven't seen them in a long time. But other than that, why don't they just come over my house or I go over their house or whatever? Like, but to be around the food, my tolerance level is so low that I wouldn't want to end up enjoying it and then doing it afterward on my own because it's been detrimental for me for the past year. I've been putting myself together though. I've been trying to put myself together. You know, I would say I'm getting there. I don't know what percentage I'm at, but I'm getting there. I'm fighting some battles, and it's actually been getting harder. Like to be real, it's been getting harder. When I thought it was like over, I had mastered everything, and now I just have to execute my plan. What if you have a plan written? You're like, all right, I'm gonna execute it, and your mind just carry you somewhere, and you end up just like with food that you wish you didn't order, that you wish you didn't pay for, and it's right in front of you, and you're like, well, might as well eat it, and then it just keeps happening every day. How do you control yourself when you realize you don't actually have control? You've lost control. That's kind of like where I'm at, and I would say for the past 2, 3 years, I've been kind of studying food addiction, and I would say for me it's true only because I naturally have an addictive personality. I can get addicted to anything, you know. I can get addicted to anything. I enjoy anything. So it's only natural that food is something that I'm addicted to, and I've gotten addicted to, and I know it because when my mind isn't on food, I'm always looking for something to do. Meaning, just me eating a simple meal a day is an event. It's like, oh, I have a party to go to tonight. Let me get ready for the party. Let me prepare so that when it's time to go, I'm ready to go. Oh, now the party's on. Let me go to the party. Oh, let me show up now. Let me party. Okay, now let me come home. Oh, I'm tired. Let me sleep. That's what food is. It's like a party, but I don't want food to be a party, you know? So that's what I'm working through. So this year, I'm probably not posting. I haven't quit YouTube. I don't think you can actually quit YouTube, and there's nothing to quit. Like either I post a video or I don't post a video, right? But I'm just saying it like, don't be concerned about me. Don't be worried about me. Don't think something has happened to me. Because you know me. If something happened, I'm going to tell you. So me not posting doesn't mean something happened to me. Me not posting just means I'm trying to get my shit together. Because this is the thing. There's people that watch me and it influences them. Like it influences them to make certain decisions, to quit something, to start something, and all that sort of stuff. And I wouldn't want to be swaying someone when me, I'm still battling. You feel me? Although this is just my journey and me posting it, if I get one viewer or I get 100 viewers, I'm gonna post the same thing. But I just when I don't have a clear cut plan, I wouldn't want to be posting what I'm doing. When I have a clear cut plan, I'll post it because I'll be confident in posting it that I'm gonna stick to it, and that's what it's gonna be. Long story short, yeah. So it's still your boy, the American African. I'm still smiling. I'm still shining. I'm still getting money, and everything's still good. You know what I'm saying? So everything's still good. I don't really know what to say. This is my video for 2024 for now. My computer's still smoked out. I bought a new processor though. I'm so lazy to buy a whole computer, and I don't want to spend like 3, 4 grand. You know, so I've been thinking about getting a studio though, a Mac studio. I'm thinking about it. I've never owned my own personal Mac. I'm thinking about getting a Mac studio. I want to start using like Final Cut Pro and all that for editing and stuff. I've been using Sony Vegas. Is it Sony? I've been using Vegas, whatever it's called, Vegas something, for the past I don't know, since 2019. So let's just say the past 4 years, right? I've always noticed that it's very clunky and old school. And I've always kind of wanted to use like the modern tool, like Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro or whatever. So I might get a Mac Studio. Again, I bought a new processor for my computer. Not a new one, but a used one. If I change that joint out and it work and everything moves smooth on my computer, my 10-year-old computer, I just keep using that joint because I don't got no problem with the computer. It's not like I game anymore on it. So as far as editing videos and doing productivity, it does what I needed to do. So yeah, when I fix the computer situation, I'll definitely start posting more. Because there's something about it that when I post, I'm more inclined to measure myself. When I'm not posting, like, okay, I don't really take pictures for me. I don't say, oh, let me take a picture of myself. It don't really happen, right? But when I'm making videos and content and stuff, I'm more likely to do that, right? Just like getting on the scale, just like doing body measurements, just like tracking my exercise and wearing my Apple Watch to track my steps and all that stuff. I do it more so because of the content, but all that stuff I like to do and I want to be doing. So it just naturally fits in to do content creation, because it pushes me to do that stuff. So that's my spill. It's going to be a good year. It already is a good year. And we going to keep rocking like that. Peace out.